Hi, this is Ran from my clinic in Oliveira do Hospital in eastern Portugal. I'm going to continue discussing all kinds of pains, orthopedic pains, and this time I'm going to talk about shin splints, or at least pain in the shins. How do you differentiate if the pain that you have in your shins is derived because of what's called shin splints, which is a minor case of stress fracture, or if it's just sore or tight muscles? It's very simple. If the pain is there all the time, 100% of the time, that means that you do have some type of a stress fracture. But in most cases, and I've seen, again, many cases in my clinic, it was always a pain that comes and goes away. Usually it is much worse when you wake up in the morning, and then when the day goes by, it becomes easier until it disappears and starts again the next day, which means that it's only a tight muscle. What do you do with that? How you solve that? Again, very simple. Stretching. How do you stretch that? The simplest stretch is by sitting on your knees when your toes are to the back. But I always also believe that you need to do the stretching when your toes are tucked underneath your butt. Most people that will try to do that will find out that there is a difference between the right and the left leg, and usually the leg that hurts more, where the shins hurt more, it is going to be a bit more difficult to sit like that. How do you get into the position of stretching like that? You start with a dynamic stretch, and then you go into a constant stretch like that. Usually what I do is I go into a position, take one breath, and go out of the position. Go in again and go out. Go in, go out. And then I'll sit in a position for a couple of minutes. If it becomes too difficult, or if I can't sit on my knees, I put or I tuck a pillow underneath my butt so I can sit like that a bit easier. But I want to get to a point where I do stretch my my shins. One of the things that I always tell patients is do some stretching, go for your daily activity. If you're a runner, go for your run after you did some stretching. If the pain starts becoming a bit more difficult throughout the run, it's not a problem. Stop, stretch again, and go back to running. You can do that 100 times during a run. The idea is that when you run day after day, the time that goes between the time that you need to stretch becomes longer and longer. And then you know that you are getting out of that so-called injury. So stretching is usually the only solution you need there. If you have more questions, if you're not so sure, if you have other types of pain and you want to ask questions, feel free to contact me either via my website or in the comments below. Take care. Bye-bye.